Hi guys, Gaz here. Welcome back to another entry in my Escape From Tarkov Beginner's Guide. In this series of videos we're giving you the tools and knowledge you need to succeed in your Tarkov journey. In this video in particular we're going to cover the basics of your first few raids as a PMC. Assuming you've watched my last video on budget loadouts from level 1 traders, link in the description, you're all set to jump into your first raid. Remember, subscribing to the channel is the best way to stay up to date with all of my Escape From Tarkov tips, tricks and guides, and it's free. Like the video if it helps you out too. On to the video. Now you may have gravitated towards Escape From Tarkov by watching streamers running through maps with super expensive gear, wiping the floor with every PMC, player scav and AI scav along the way. Well, that's not how we're going to start here. At the time of recording this video, we're over a month into the current wipe, meaning players have had plenty of time to earn a lot of money and buy the best armor, weapons and ammo in the game. Unless you absolutely have to, there's no way you should be engaging these players with the gear you've just brought in. Instead, use your first few raids to get acquainted with the movement, sounds and mechanics of the game. When I say that you should play carefully, you've probably already taken a mental note of the things you should be keeping in mind as you work your way from spawn to extraction. Firstly, I'd pull a map up of the area on your second monitor, iPad, iPhone or whatever you have to hand. There are some very detailed community maps for each location on the wiki, and when I started, these were a godsend. The main things you'll be paying attention to here are the landmarks, so you can get a grasp on your position in the map, the spawn points, so you know where you load in, and the exfils, where you're heading. When you've loaded in and started working your way through the map, stay in cover, and move from cover to cover as quickly and quietly as you can. The threats in Escape From Tarkov aren't only the ones that you can see right in front of you. If you play with the thought in the back of your mind that someone is always watching you from a vantage point, you'll quickly learn why it's important to stay mobile. You're not here to engage other PMCs or even scavs if you can help it. As I mentioned before, with the gear that a lot of PMCs have that you'll run into, the basic loadout you have won't help much. The main reason for this kit is to not get one-tapped by scavs while you grab some quick loot and get out. After you've learned the map and extracted once or twice with some loot, you'll slowly start killing scavs and taking what they have, which can range from absolutely nothing to some of the most valuable loot in the game. On the subject of avoiding other players and AI, you should constantly be listening for audio cues. Footsteps make different sounds based on the ground you walk on. Learn the differences between walking on grass, gravel, concrete, broken glass, wood and metal. Once you're more comfortable with the layout of a map, you'll quickly be able to pinpoint exactly where an enemy is based on the type of surface they're walking on, or if they're moving through trees and bushes nearby. Other audio cues include AI scavs talking to each other, reloads and ammo checks, and med items and food being consumed. On maps like Customs, there are some pretty safe ground caches which can hold a variety of different items. I have a guide for a decent Customs money run already uploaded to the channel, link in the description. You should try and grab as much as you can from the safest of these caches, which is to say the ones around the edges of the map where there is little to no gunfire nearby. My final point for surviving your first raids is true for every raid going forward, and that is to be extra vigilant the closer you get to your extraction. As there are only a few places to exit a raid, sometimes shady individuals will set up shop in a nearby bush just waiting for someone like you with their pockets full. They will kill you before you even know what hit you, steal everything you've worked so hard to get, and then leave with it. There are two counters to this. Either move from cover to cover very quickly, giving them no chance to line up a shot, then beeline to the extract, or give the area a sweep, even wait a minute nearby to scope the area out, then slowly extract. Extract campers are nowhere near as big of an issue as they used to be though, so keep them in mind, but don't be scared to go to your extraction zone. Those were the biggest tips I have for surviving your first few raids. I'm sure there are some I've missed, so do me a favour and drop your best beginner raiding tips into the comments for new players to discover. If you found this video helpful, consider leaving a like and subscribing. I upload Escape From Tarkov guides and tips multiple times a week. The next video in my beginner's guide will cover making the most out of your scav runs, so stick around for that one. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.